friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's edln, natural model just inspiration, and I'm back with another voiceover vlog. This time I went to New York and I had a blast. The trip was really centered around going to my sister's graduation because she graduated from NYU with her master's, period. But because I had never been to New York, I wanted to really make a trip out of it, so I was there for like 4 days, I think. So first night we went to Times Square. I had to do the basic like touristy things because this is literally my first time in New York. I've only driven through New York, and that was when I was like 3. So it doesn't count. This is my actual first time. But of course there was the street performers and the vibes out there. Definitely got me some mango and tahini and whatever the red sauce is that they put on there, but it was delicious. We were also there on a mission because my sister needed to get graduation shoes for her dress. So we were trying to go to like stores and stuff. So we were in H&M, we were in Old Navy. Eventually my sister did find some shoes, so then like our mission was accomplished. So we were just like, yeah, now we could just continue to walk around, see the vibes. We seen a lot of street performers, which was expected, honestly, and just a lot of people. Like, wow, the amount of people in this one city, in this one area at this time. And this was like a Tuesday night. It's just like, it's so crazy how people live in New York. But I was here for it. Like, I love the vibes. I love the big city. I love the buildings, the lights. Like, it's just the energy. Like, it feels good. It's a good time. Obviously overcrowded, but but it's for real. Like, concrete jungle, where dreams are made of, in New York. Like, so eventually, like, the night went by kind of fast. It was like 12 before we knew it, and we were starving, so we went to Joe's Pizza, of course, another touristy spot to be at. The line was long. Like, we got in line and it was like a little like, maybe we are not about to wait in this line, but it went by quick, so that was a good thing. And the pizza was delicious. I was also starving, so I might be biased, but I had a great slice of supreme and pepperoni. And from there, that basically ended our night. We took the train back to Brooklyn, and I was actually staying in an Airbnb with my parents and my little brother. And my sister, obviously, she lives there, so she was at her apartment with my other sisters. So yeah. Anyways, we're on to the next day. Today's graduation day. Yay, checking my fit. One thing I will say is that it was way colder in New York than we expected. Like, it just, like, the weather just plummeted. Like, I don't want to be dramatic, but it was way lower than what I projected when I was looking at the weather before I like bought clothes and went to New York. So that was pretty tough. So I was crying, first of all, because the wind was blowing in my eyes and I had these lashes on and I just kept crying. My eyes are so sensitive. But anyways, the idea was just to wear the green dress that I had on without that green jacket. But it was too cold to leave the house without a jacket. Like, my mom has a scarf on. So finally we made it to Yankee Stadium, and basically it was low-key. It wasn't like a scam. Like, we knew it was coming. So my sister, she basically only had a certain amount of tickets for the people to go inside, but she thought maybe I could finesse to get inside or find a way in. That wasn't happening, especially because I bought her a bouquet of flowers like right outside the stadium, and they were like, you can't go in with that, they won't let you in. Like, they wouldn't even let me into the restaurant part of the Yankee Stadium, and I was just like, ghetto. So I was starving, and there was a McDonald's right across the street, so I was like, I'm gonna go get McDonald's, even though, come on, I didn't want that, I didn't want McDonald's for real, but it was right there, and I didn't want to walk too far away because like I'd just be scared I'm gonna get lost and not know how to get back. So I had my little McDonald's, and then I was like, you know what, let me just look for like a bar nearby because I can go for a drink. Like, I just want the vibes, while I wait for my family to get out the graduation. So I ended up finding this little pub. It was called Yankee Tavern, but like, it was really crazy because what are the chances that the bar that I find is playing the graduation? Like, what? So it was just like very like coincidental and just like very fortunate because I got to watch the whole graduation. It was like the main graduation ceremony for all the graduates, bachelors, masters, all of them. They was all there. So I was just at this little pub, you know. I mean, why did I call it a pub? Who am I? I was just at this little bar around the corner and I got my little drinky drink and I was just vibing. And I had a good time. I got to watch the ceremony, so I felt included. And I was indoors, so I wasn't cold. Like, my family came back and they were like, where they were seated, it was cold because the wind was just blowing them away. I was like, well, good thing I was inside because I hate being cold. So after I just like realized the ceremony was ending or over or whatever, so I just walked back over and it was like 2 minutes away of a walk. And you know, from there found her, found family, we was taking pictures, and then we left. We blasted back to her apartment. And as you can see, I have an added layer of clothing on me because it was so cold. So I had to borrow my sister's like cardigan, and it was actually really cute. Like, it fit me really well, and it low-key became my cardigan. You know, like, it's now mine. So anyways, from there we just like took a break at the apartment, but then we headed out to her graduation dinner, which was in Manhattan, or was it in Queens? I don't know. I like Queens right next to Manhattan, so I think it was in Manhattan. Don't quote me, but it was a restaurant called Blend, and it was a really cute vibe restaurant. Like, it was really nice in there. The music was kind of really loud, which was kind of annoying, but like, it was still a good time. And then the food was good. And from there, as you can see, we were just like outside in that area because it was right on the water, and you know, you could see all of New York and its beautiful lights and whatnot. We had to, like, you know, ditch the rents and ditch the other family members that was not trying to get lit, because we was trying to get lit. We was like, we gotta go get some drinks, we gotta go vibe out. Like, my dog just jumped. Like, come on. So we went to this hookah lounge that was like nearby. Like, we were right in Manhattan, like right near Times Square. Not, if not in Times Square, right near Times Square. I don't know how it goes, but we got a drink, we got the hookah. You know what? Like, let's talk about it, because they really used a pineapple as like the bowl for our hookah. And I was blown away because I've never seen that before, but it was like really cool to me for some reason. But the music was vibing. I didn't really get that much footage, and other grads ended up coming to that spot as well. But it was like Columbia grads, so you know, it didn't hit the same. Like, you know, like, we're representing NYU right now because my dog just jumped. But anyways, music was good. We didn't eat or anything. We had drinks and hookah and vibes, and it was a good time. As y'all can see, it is a brand new day, and this day was very chill. It was the last day for my parents and my little brother. Like, they were flying back to Florida the next morning. So my mom, she really wanted to do like a home cooked dinner meal type vibe. So she was really set on going to Brooklyn and going to a good grocery store to get like ingredients and stuff. But the sun was hitting, you know, skin isn't as clear as it needs to be, but it's all right. And, you know, the fits that I wanted to wear, I couldn't even wear because it was cold. So I had to put on my lame, like, hoodie. Like, who cares? I don't want to wear a gray hoodie. Like, I wanted to wear the fits I had planned, but it was too cold. We was walking around, and when I tell you I was starving, I was starving. Like, I don't know, my parents don't be eating no more anymore. So I needed to eat though. So I got a little juicy juice, and I got a cheesecake for my brother, and I had a bite of that, and it was good. And my juice was actually pretty refreshing as well. But we went to the grocery store, and this was actually a really nice, like, good grocery store in New York. And did you guys know that, like, they don't have wine in their grocery stores in New York? Like, I don't know if that's everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. But I was just shocked to the core about that, because it was like, I was looking through that grocery store for wine forever. Anyways, so we had our dinner. I was my mom's sous chef, and it was actually like very fitting because this was Haitian Flag Day, and we had a very Haitian home cooked meal, so it just fit. So that was a chill night at the B&B, and the B&B was actually really nice too. Sorry I didn't show that to y'all, but anyways, on to the next. So next day we had to get up really early because my dad had to drop me and my sister off at my sister's apartment because they were checking out the B&B and they were flying home. But eventually the day got started. It started way later than I thought it was going to, but you know, we moved. And I was going to the Met with my aunt and uncle. And basically this was a very stressful event because I was in charge of getting us there. And like, what do I know about New York? Nothing. And what do I know about directions? Absolutely nothing. So I was truly like scared I was gonna have us lost. And my aunt and uncle, like, they were not gonna be able to like really help us get there. So we definitely got lost, but I got us close enough to where we Ubered, and the Uber was only like $20 from where we were. So I was pretty proud of myself for that. But when I tell you the buses in New York, like for me, I would never want to ride a bus because it's just too complicated. Like, I don't know, it was a lot. Trains, I can do a train, but a bus. So we actually met up at the Met with my older brother. And so he was there and like able to kind of just like walk us through and stuff like that because he's been there several times because he also lives there. And I kind of wanted to go see Karl Lagerfeld's thing, but like the wait time was like 2 hours or something. And like I really just want to experience going to the Met at least like once. And like since I was there, it was a perfect time. But at the same time, like I did have a certain time that I was supposed to leave because my sister's other graduation was this day or this evening. And this was the one that she was actually going to walk the stage. So it was like way more important, you know. But the Met was really pretty and nice. This room, I loved it. It was my favorite room. And just the vibes, like, do you see this? Like the yellow cabs, the buildings, like the people, the hot dog stand outside. Like, I was really enjoying my time. You know, it was a little cold, but I had on my trusty cardigan that I stole from my sister. And I was living, you know. It was a journey to get to Radio City for me. Like my phone died and like I will never travel again anywhere without a charger. I was in the Met filming like no tomorrow, so of course my phone's gonna die and I needed to order an Uber. I had to get in a taxi. Like it was just a lot for me. But I finally made it and met up with my sisters and her friend, and we went to the Baby Grand. It's a karaoke bar, and I think actually it is a new location because I think my sister said like they moved, but it felt like a new place. It felt like a good vibe. People were in there really singing. I definitely went, and both of my sisters went too. I had like 2 drinks or maybe like a shot before I went up there just to loosen up because like I'm not really a singer, and I know karaoke you're not really supposed to be a singer, but still I needed to, and I was still nervous when I got up there. And I don't have the video. My sister has the video, and I probably should have got it from her before making this, but it's all right. We don't need to see that. So after karaoke, we went to this club called Hotel Chantel. Wait, Hotel Chantel. Yeah, I don't know why that sounded so crazy, but we went there. It was a cute vibe in there. They had like an upstairs and a downstairs. Downstairs was like packed, but the music was better down there. And then upstairs was giving very like, you know, techno and all that stuff, and it was just not really switching up for us. So, you know, it was all right, but like we weren't really feeling it like that. So we ended up leaving and we went to this other spot, but I didn't get any footage from then, but we had a good night overall. Wow, we already are at the end of the trip. This was my final last day. I am filming that because I really wanted to take note of the fact that apple juice as a chase for your mimosa is top tier. Please try it. I'm begging y'all to try it. I don't know if I'm late, but that shit slaps. Anyways, before I went, I had to get a chopped cheese, but I didn't really get a chopped cheese. I just got a bacon, egg, and cheese. And because I wanted a chopped cheese, but like apparently that's more of like an afternoon lunch sandwich. But my bacon, egg, and cheese was delicious. 10 out of 10. Very unhealthy, but good. It was actually a rainy morning day or whatever you want to call it on my last day in New York. So it was just kind of fitting that I was leaving that day slash morning slash afternoon. But that's the end of my trip. That's my first time in New York for real. I had a great time. Like, it was just a good time. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you, truly. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.